The air hung heavy with an unnatural stillness as I found myself alone in the dimly lit room. A single flickering candle cast dancing shadows on the walls, creating an eerie ambiance that sent shivers down my spine. I was surrounded by old, tattered books that lined the shelves, each one promising a unique and terrifying interactive horror story. Curiosity got the better of me as I reached for a dusty tome titled Whispers in the Dark. The cover felt cool and leathery beneath my fingertips, and the instant I opened it, a cold gust of wind swept through the room, extinguishing the candle. I was left in complete darkness, my heart pounding in my chest. The pages before me were blank, but a voice, soft and haunting, whispered from the shadows. "Welcome to the realm of interactive horror stories. Choose wisely, for your decisions will shape your fate." My breath caught in my throat as the words echoed in the silence. A single line appeared on the blank page before me, glowing faintly. It read, "You find yourself standing in front of an old mansion, its windows shattered, and ivy crawling up the decaying walls. Do you enter or walk away?" My fingers trembled as I considered the options. With a hesitant touch, I traced my choice. Enter. As soon as the ink from my pen touched the page, the room flickered back to life. The candle relit, and the air seemed charged with an otherworldly energy. The once empty pages of the book now held a vivid description of the mansion's interior, cold and musty, with the floorboards creaking under each step. The story unfolded as I turned the pages, each decision leading to new horrors. I encountered ghostly apparitions that whispered secrets from the past, and the walls seemed to close in as I ventured deeper into the mansion's heart. The interactive horror story responded to my choices, adapting and twisting to match the dark path I tread. My heart raced with every page, and I couldn't shake the feeling that something or someone was watching me from the shadows. The choices became increasingly difficult, each one promising a more sinister outcome than the last. At one point, the story presented me with a choice that sent a chill down my spine. You hear a child's laughter echoing through the empty halls. Do you follow it or ignore it? My hand hesitated above the page. The room seemed to hold its breath as I chose to follow the laughter. The pages revealed a series of haunting events, a ghostly child leading me to a hidden room filled with dusty toys and faded photographs. The air grew colder and the atmosphere more oppressive. As the story progressed, the line between fiction and reality blurred. I could feel a presence in the room, an unseen force that whispered in my ear with each turn of the page. "You should never have come here," it hissed, sending a shiver down my spine. I tried to close the book, but it resisted, as if the story had taken on a life of its own. The interactive horror story had woven itself into the fabric of my reality, and there was no escape. In a final, chilling twist, the story led me to a room identical to the one I was in, where a solitary figure sat at a desk, writing in a book. The figure slowly turned its head, revealing hollow eyes that mirrored my own terror. "You are now a part of the story," the figure whispered, its voice a macabre melody. "Your choices have bound you to this cursed narrative. There is no turning back." The room began to disintegrate around me, and the lines between the real world and the interactive horror story blurred into a nightmarish fusion. I was trapped in a perpetual loop, reliving the horrors of the mansion, each iteration growing darker and more twisted. As the pages of the book turned, I realized with horror that my fate was sealed within its inked confines. The interactive horror story had become my reality, and I was condemned to eternally navigate its haunted corridors, my choices echoing through the never-ending nightmare. And so, the once empty pages of Whispers in the Dark whispered my demise, a cautionary tale for those who dared to explore the twisted world of interactive horror stories.